New details about the fatal bus crash involving high school students from Southern California. We'll have the very latest.
Plus, are you safe at a theme park during an earthquake? Find out what happened to one San Diego family at Disneyland last week.
And state lawmakers continue to push the bill for banning all orca performances. Find out what SeaWorld has to say about this.
We've got the latest on your weekend weather, plus new updates on the lunar eclipse this week. New scene starts right now.
Hello and welcome to New Scene. I'm Marcia Villavicencio.
And I'm Antonio Marquez. Thank you for joining us.
Updates on the terrible bus accident near Sacramento are coming in as we speak. Larry Moser is here with the latest.
That's right. Witnesses to the fiery crash are calling it horrific. But as the investigation begins, experts and family members are just looking to know why. The National Transportation Safety Board left Washington, D.C. early this morning, headed to the scene of the accident. They realize that every second counts in this kind of an investigation.
The two things we're looking at, one, we're going to be investigating the human, the machine, and the environment. And what's critical for us, especially in highway accidents, is for us to collect perishable information, the kind of information that goes away very quickly.
The accident happened when the driver of a FedEx truck crossed over the median and collided head-on with the bus, killing 10 and injuring 34.
Immediately upon impact, both vehicles burst into flames, and fortunately the majority of the people on the bus were able to get off.
The bus was packed with high school students from both Los Angeles and Fresno on their way to Humboldt State University for a campus tour. Of those killed are both drivers, 5 students, and 3 chaperones. The California Highway Patrol says that answers to this tragedy could take months as the families struggle to make sense of their loss. So new information is coming in obviously hourly here, and we'll certainly keep you informed of any of those updates as they come in.
And we keep those families in our thoughts.
Thank you, Larry. A Pennsylvania student is in custody after stabbing 20 people at his high school Wednesday morning. Police say that the 16-year-old sophomore, Alex Hurabon, ran down the hallway slashing and stabbing classmates with 2 knives before classes began. Zach Shedd, a student at Franklin Regional, explains how he will never forget that morning.
And then I saw people running and screaming and crying, and so I thought something has to be wrong. Then I saw people holding each other's hands. I saw some other people getting cut, just blood everywhere. It was very traumatizing.
All wounded victims are expected to survive, and investigators are in the process of determining the motive behind the attacks.
Hopes are fading fast in Malaysia as the search for Flight 370 continues. This Friday marks day 35th in the search for the missing airplane. Earlier this week, officials thought they heard strong pings coming from the plane's black box recorder, but now that is not the case. 12 military and 3 civil aircraft, along with 13 ships, are assigned to assist in the search. USNS Cesar Chavez will help supply Australian naval ships.
California is no stranger to earthquakes, as we know they can happen at any moment, even while you're visiting a crowded amusement park. Are San Diego theme parks fully equipped for a natural disaster? Nate Holmes has the story.
Earthquakes and other natural disasters are unpredictable and can happen at any moment. But what if you're caught in the middle of one while inside a theme park on a ride and it just stops? That's what happened to one San Diego family on their trip to Disneyland.
We just were gonna go super fast and they just stopped it. Really fast? Yeah, and we kind of went back.
Riders had to wait at least 15 minutes before they were escorted off the Disney Matterhorn roller coaster. Park employees came to walk them down the stairs and under tunnels until they were finally safe on ground. But according to riders, they were never told an earthquake had actually happened and that the stop was routine.
Did they stop the ride right in the middle? Sí, hasta arriba. And what did they tell you? ¿Qué dijeron?
Nada, que eran fallas técnicas, teníamos que bajarnos desde allá y por las escaleras.
Riders were issued a special ticket for another ride with no waiting, but the only announcement came from a loudspeaker saying the Matterhorn was being stopped indefinitely. So what if this happened here in San Diego? We stopped to think if our own local theme parks have certain natural disaster procedures, and if so, is that information available to the public? I reached out to SeaWorld and spoke with the Media Relations Department, but they were not able to give me a response as to how prepared they are in case of a natural disaster. Now, I was able to speak to a few tourists in the area to get their take on the situation.
I think an earthquake in any situation is going to be terrifying. So as long as they're well educated, I think that's pretty much the only thing that would give me a peace of mind.
Right away, they have to instill faith and trust. And that's where they, that is the line.
And trust can be gained through information and communication.
We reached out to the San Diego Zoo for a comment as well. They simply said they do have a number of disaster plans, but the details are not available to the public, and they did not have any additional information at this time. Meanwhile, there are a few tips that may seem obvious. If you and your family ever find yourself stuck in a theme park during a natural disaster, don't panic. Only you can decide if remaining at the park is the right thing to do. Most parks will not issue refunds for this reason, but always remember that being safe should be a priority over having fun. Nate Holmes, News Scene.
SeaWorld has still not given a comment as to whether they have any natural disaster procedures in place.
California lawmakers continue to avoid a bill to ban orca performances by pushing the vote to pass it for at least another year. The AB 2140 bill comes shortly after the documentary Blackfish raised questions about whales in captivity. If passed, the bill would ban shows involving whales and captive orca breeding. However, it would not require SeaWorld to release orcas into the wild. SeaWorld spokeswoman criticized the bill by saying the premise behind the proposed legislation is severely flawed on multiple levels. Currently, California has 10 captive killer whales.
A seat in the San Diego City Council was filled this week.
I, Edward B. Harris, do solemnly swear.
Ed Harris was appointed as the new representative for City Council District 2. He will finish out the term vacated by Kevin Faulkner, who was just elected mayor. Harris, a retired Marine, is a longtime San Diego lifeguard and the head of the lifeguard union. A special election to permanently fill the seat will be held June 3rd this year. Candidates in the election include Democrat Sarah Booth, who is facing Republican Councilwoman Lori Sapp.
City College is kicking off its campaign week until April 14th, with official student elections taking place Tuesday, April 15th. Elections are held annually for Associated Students President and other officers. Any student with a current City College ID card may vote in these elections. Students can vote online at www.sdcity.edu. The Associated Students finance, organize, and direct many student programs and activities here at City College.
And the San Diego Opera is doing all that it can to trying to keep their doors open. Efforts to save the San Diego Opera were in full force Monday as the board of directors met and decided to delay its planned closure. The opera extended its 2014 performances dates from April 14th to April 29th in efforts to rally enough money to reach its 50th anniversary. An online petition has also been created to keep the opera alive and has reached up to 1,900 signatures. The organization has announced that it would need at least $10 million to put on its 2015 season.
In honor of spring, the San Diego Safari Park brings you one of its most popular and talked about events. Katie Bryant has all the details.
Thanks, guys. I'm here in Escondido at the San Diego Safari Park, where they just opened the Butterfly Jungle exhibit. This is the biggest event for the park, estimated to attract over thousands of visitors from around the world. Let's check it out.
Butterfly Jungle is an area where you have the opportunity to view 30 different species of butterflies from around the world. Literally hundreds and hundreds of them. Viewers not only get to interact with the butterflies, but some of them even land on you. The exhibit is meant to teach butterfly conservation and explore the wonders of butterflies in general.
When guests come into Hidden Jungle, I think they'll be just overwhelmed by the amount of beauty, the amount of hundreds of butterflies that are flying around in front of them. Some of them that seem to be so dull on the outside will suddenly flash their wings open and it's like a big Christmas present. Oh my gosh. And nowhere else can you see 30 species from all these tropical areas around the world all in one place for your enjoyment.
The Butterfly Jungle exhibit only comes once a year and lasts for only 3 weeks. Viewing times are between 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. and then again from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. And with the event ending April 27th, you can bet that this is just as popular as it is unique. I'm Carrie Bryant, back to you guys.
So make sure to pick up your free time tickets at the booth near the Hidden Jungle. And hurry, because time slots run out quickly.
And with Cinco de Mayo around the corner, restaurants are facing a big dilemma, a shortage of limes. Cartel violence, lime tree disease, and floods in Mexico have raised the price of limes to an all-time high. The U.S. receives more than 95% of its limes from Mexico, but the fighting, hijacking, and a bloody war have slowed down exports of the popular citrus fruit. The resulting price increase per case from $14 to over $100 has forced many restaurants to substitute other fruit or stop serving items like margaritas altogether.
And if you were thinking about having bacon for breakfast, you might want to check the prices first. A virus killing millions of baby pigs is increasing prices in pork products. Scientists say that the virus does not affect humans, however, or other animals, but they don't know how the virus is spreading among pigs or how to stop it just yet. This is affecting production and prices. A pound of bacon averaged almost $5.50 in February, and other products like ham and chops are going up as well.
A warning to everyone who uses online passwords. There's a new powerful virus circulating, and we'll tell you how you can protect yourself.
Plus, the NFL draft is right around the corner. Find out how the Chargers plan to start out their season. Alexa Bertola has the latest.